Hello everyone, this is English Tutor Hub official channel and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be looking at informal contractions. So let's dive in. English learners are often puzzled by expressions like gonna or wanna that they often hear in movies or perhaps read in comic strips. If they look up these expressions in a dictionary, they may not find them, which increases the puzzlement even further. In fact, these expressions do exist and can be found in good or big dictionaries. They are informal contractions or short forms of other words that people use when speaking casually. They are not exactly slang, but they are a little like slang. For example, gonna is a short form of going to. If you say going to very fast without carefully pronouncing each word, it can sound like gonna. Here are some of the most common informal contractions with example sentences. Gimme means give me, or short form for give me. Give me your money. Give me your money. Don't give me that rubbish. Don't give me that rubbish. Can you give me a hand? Can you give me a hand? Gonna. Going to. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Gotta. Have got a. I've got a gun. I've got a gun. I got a gun. I got a gun. She hasn't got a penny. She hasn't got a penny. She hasn't got a penny. Have you got a car? Have you got a car? Gotta. Have got to. I've gotta go now. I gotta go now. I gotta go now. We haven't gotta do that. We haven't gotta do that. Have they got to work? Have they got to work? In it means isn't it. In it means isn't it. That's smart, in it. That's smart, in it. And it's strange. And it's strange. Kinda. Kind of. Kinda. Kind of. She's kinda cute. She's kinda cute. Are you kinda mad at me? Are you kinda mad at me? Lemme means let me. Lemme means let me. Let me go. Let me go. He didn't let me see it. He didn't let me see it. Wanna means want to. Wanna means want to. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I don't wanna go. I don't wanna go. Do you wanna watch TV? Do you wanna watch TV? Wanna means want a. Wanna equals want a. I want a coffee. I want a coffee. I don't want a thing from you. I don't want a thing from you. Do you want a beer? Do you want a beer? Please remember that these are informal contractions. Please remember that these are informal contractions. That means that we do not use them in correct speech. That means that we do not use them in correct speech. and we almost never use them in writing. And we almost never use them in writing. If you see them in writing, for example, in a cartoon, that's because the written words represent the spoken words or dialogue. If you see them in writing, for example, in a cartoon, that's because the written words represent the spoken words or dialogue. We use them only when speaking fast and casually. For example, with friends, and many careful speakers never use them. We use them only when speaking fast and casually. For example, with friends, and many careful speakers never use them. Also note that the sentences above may be rather artificial because when we use a contraction, we may also use other contractions in the same sentence or even drop some words completely. For example, do you want a beer? 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 Yeah, want a beer? Yeah, want a beer? Want a beer? Want a beer? English checker. Artificial, artificial, not realistic, not realistic. Casual, casual, relaxed, without much care, without formality. Relaxed without much care, without formality. Informal, informal, relaxed and unofficial, relaxed and unofficial. Puzzled, puzzled, confused because difficult to understand. Puzzlement, puzzlement. Confusion, confusion. Rather, rather. Quite, to a certain degree. Quite to a certain degree. So there you go guys, that's the end of this video about informal contractions. Thank you very much. See ya in my next video.